Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up your calculator initially for stat graphing. Basically, I'll go over the worksheet, the formula sheet that I gave you for TI-83, 84 initial setup, telling you what to set up in the initial setup in the calculator, and also in general how to enter data into the calculator. So to begin with, you turn it on by pressing the on key. This is just a regular calculator. If you don't want to use it for graphing, you can do 78 times 9. The equal sign is enter, and it'll give you the answer. If you don't want to see it, you can clear it. So the first things you want to do to set up your calculator for Math 142 is to press the Mode button. So the TI-83 also has this. The first page doesn't really bother us, and you should just take this default setup. Okay. And then what you need to do is scroll to the second page by going through this cursor, and then the other things also you can just take the default. The one that we want to make sure that is turned on is stat diagnostic and also stat wizard. So stat diagnostic, it should be on, and so stat wizard should also be on. Now TI-83 doesn't have this screen, but we can turn on stat diagnostic on through another command in the catalog. Stat wizard is not available to it for TI-83, so it's just command line. After that, okay, so to turn it on, I think by default, stat diagnostic is not on. You go down by cursor, and then you cursor to on, and then press enter, so it would turn on. After this, you quit from the screen, you do second quit, okay? Because quit is blue, so you do second quit. And after that, we also should check your firmware. So the latest firmware for TI-84 is 2.55. The way we do it is you do second memory. Memory key is here. And then number 1 is about, you press enter. So 2.55 MP is the latest firmware. You want to upgrade to this firmware if you have an older one. So bring your calculator in earlier in class. I can upgrade for you. One of the most important thing that 2.55 can do is it can help your input a lot. Okay, so second quit to clear it. And so for TI-83, you want to use 1.9, I think, 1.19. But to upgrade TI-83, I would need to bring my laptop in, so it's a little more complex. But for TI-83, there is nothing much to gain from the latest software, so whether you want to upgrade or not doesn't matter. To begin stat graphing, one thing that you always want to check is, especially if you're sharing your calculator with someone, or you are taking a calculus or algebra class and you're using this calculator for graphing, is you want to make sure your algebra graphing is off. So algebra graphing is done through y equal, this key, y equal. So you want to make sure that it's blank. If there is anything here, you want to use the clear button to clear all this equation. So it's to be blank. If not, it will interfere with your stat graphing. So first thing you do whenever you turn on your calculator, or if something funny shows up when you graph, make sure you check y equal if there's anything here. Sometimes when you run some program left some stuff in here, so you want to make sure they're all clear to delete it. Then you want to set up your data list. So to do that, so let's exit from here. Quit first, and then press the stat key. The stat key is what we use most of the time. And then the one that we want to look at is a setup editor. So scroll down to 5 and then press enter. And then you press enter again, then you would have run your setup editor. That means bring all the L1 to L6 lists available. So when you go back in stat edit, so by default, you have the stat in edit mode. You press enter, you see L1, L2, L3, L4, L6 available for you to enter data. So by default, you should have this. If any one of them missing, you just do setup editor, it would come back. Okay. So To enter data into this, so right now there's nothing. You just press enter, you just press the number. So L1, the first number is 8, and you press enter. 6, press enter. 2, press enter. 3, press enter. It would automatically be saved. There's no save key. Whatever you enter is here. If for some reason you think that, oh, it should not be 3 or it should not be 6, I entered something wrong. If you want to delete it, you just press delete. If you want to enter something new, so it's 5 actually, then you do it that way. Or you say, well, actually 5 is still wrong, so you can enter 7. It would override it. Okay, so you just override on that number or use delete button to delete that number. It would automatically be saved. In case you want to actually delete everything in this list because you are entering another set of data, you move your cursor to the top of L1 so that it's not on any of the number, and do not press delete. Press clear, and then enter. So everything will be clear. Do not press delete. So if your press enter. I don't know what I'm doing. So if your cursor is in the top and you accidentally press delete, the whole L1 will be gone. So don't do that. And if accidentally you do that, run setup editor to record it back. You can retrieve it back if you accidentally delete them. Again, if you want to clear some entry, you do delete inside the entry. If you want to clear the whole thing, everything in this list, you go to the top of it and then press clear, enter, and then everything will be deleted. So that's in general how you do enter data into the graphing calculator for graphing and data manipulations. Anytime you want to exit from stat, this screen, you do second quit, then you'll be outside. You clear it. You press enter, edit, you will be in the edit mode. Okay, that's how you set up your calculator. So to turn off your calculator, you do second on. Okay, the calculator will be on. That's it. I will have another video that shows you how to sort data, graph histogram, and also graph scatter plot.